Congratulations, Mac. You're somehow in the second round. That's amazing, man. You must be feeling very proud. But it's time to face the facts. You're going to be the next one out, because I plan to take you back to being just another desperate clown. You've tried for so long now in this battling shit that you might have forgot how your battles are shit. So let me remind you, because you clearly need to know, you got that rep that's behind you for the frequency you choke. Yo, that is a fucked up legacy, man. But I admire your persistent style. No matter how much you fell on your ass, you still tried, and that's all that really counts. Nah, I ain't here to big Mac up like McDonald's, bro. I'm here to shut Mac down like my logic froze. I ain't here to pit Mac up like I'm holding chrome. I'm here to cut Mac down like that overdose. So Miller's not the latest Mac to die at 26. Your win-to-loss ratio's like 5 to 26. Couldn't kill a single facing clash, so tried your best at this, but you're still grasping at the basics, man. You might as well just quit. You're a cringy little Luna clone that they forgot to add the talent to. And I've written to the stupid load of knobs that manufactured you, demanding compensation for the fans that got to waste all those minutes just for you to show them not to rack the channel's views. If the first Don't Flop battle I ever saw was yours, Don, I'd have turned that off faster than a breader caught with porn on. So think about it, mate. You did them a disservice. If you win, that's a shame, because you really don't deserve this.
Well, oh shit. So I've advanced in the tournament? Man, I feel like I won a showboat. What I could possibly come with next, man, we don't know. And now they've got FORMI, well, I'm ready to go, bro. Of course I'm on a high right now, seeing as I just smoked crow. See, I'm way better, we know this, especially when I remain ready and focused. For you, death steadily approaches. I can see over your head there are vultures. You're pathetic and hopeless, looking like you're taking too many heroin doses and been getting into all kinds of states like American road trips. Now, it's pretty safe to say you ain't got the brightest future, considering you suck more than a leech inside a Hoover. It really ain't hard to see that this guy's a loser. You're such a little bitch, I'm surprised that your belly hasn't tried to groom ya. And I know this was mentioned in the first round of the tournament, but you're part of a crew called Word Life. I mean, it was written across your shirt, right? So like everyone else, I thought John Cena must be your inspiration. If you ask FORMI where he's from, he'll probably tell you, the Cena Nation. You'd probably go and study medicine, but not to be well known amongst the doctors. The only reason you'd want a PhD, if we're being fucking honest, is so you can refer to yourself as the doctor of fucking-nomics. You bloody sausage. You sound like you have a mental impairment from the way you speak, and you just look straight up retarded facially. Now, I don't mean to come across like I'm being kind of cruel, but you look like you got hit by the special bus you used to ride to school. Now, do I think FORMI is going to go and outbar me? Oh, fucking hardly. If you intend on going to harm me, then you'll need a whole fucking army. See, I refuse to lose to someone that's probably smoking salami and who always finishes his rounds by blowing a raspberry. And that's time.
I can't believe you openly copied schemes from the person before. Mac, you dopey invalid. You're actually fucking slow, just repeating the words of the Lord, like Jehovah's Witnesses. Something Cena, something thugonomics. You're such a fucking penis. Just come up with your own topics. You sneaky little tea leaf. Don't be stealing from the first, because it clearly didn't beat me. At least teeth something that works. Looking like Tommy Robinson if he shopped in Morrison's and had a skin condition that badly knocked his confidence. You sound like Boris Johnson, just an octave off of him, and your fans are just kids that like to laugh while you bottle it. Mac used to work in telesales. I bet those phone calls were comedy, boss. This twat couldn't have earned him any sales. He shares the vocals of Jonathan Ross. You sound like you've constantly got something hot in your gob. Either that or your tongue just got stung by a wasp. I wish this knob would just stop. He's such a bothersome watch. You're the reason Dykestar thinks we're honourless knobs. You think you're on it, you're not. Your methodology's off. How is he still so shy after so long in the job? And now he's the shift manager at his local boozer. Cool. This hopeless juvenile probably still panics there and just chokes as usual. Excuse me, Sean, could you pour a new one for the 4 over on 3? They said it's warm and that they're sort of getting bored and want to leave. He acknowledges his colleague and begins to just help, right? He's off to a slow start, but he's not leaving her to fix it herself. Nice. But he stops and drifts and drops the drinks like a dick on those stress guys. As they fuck off in their soaked garms, you see this idiot turn and ring on the bell twice. And that's time.
So you said, if you watched one of my battles, you'd turn it off quicker than a guy caught watching porn. Okay, so that's how we're battling? Well, in that case, if I was caught watching one of your battles, I'd start panicking and then switch to porn because that'd be less embarrassing. That entire round you spat right there was a crock of shit. Now this just feels like a waste of time. It's something I can't be bothered with. See, before this tournament, I never even heard of FORMI, and now second round, I've got the prick. It's almost like you popped up out of nowhere and no one knows why, like those monoliths. So there's no doubt that you're about to take a beat, and even worse than Arsenal have faced this season. In the quarterfinals, you ain't gonna see him because this arsehole's about to die like anal bleaching. And if you manage to get Quill's vote, it won't be because he prefers the bars that you're spitting. It will only be because I just mentioned Arsenal and dissed them. See, I'm going to go far in this tournament, so you might as well prep your will. I'm the one to watch. You already know it's going off this month like the bread and milk. And why is your room so dark? At least let us see you getting killed. How they got me battling someone that can't even afford their electric bill. There's something about the face on this prick that makes me just sick. Like, I'm not really sure what it basically is, but something about you just looks racist as shit. I mean, you can all see it, right? It ain't just me. Man looks like he learnt his EDLs before he learnt his ABCs. If FORMI was to ever quit eating meat, it'd first have to be gammon he's quitting because he's a gammon himself, so it's considered cannibalism. Fucking FORMI. Someone tell this pussy to grow some balls. Battling me, you have no hope at all. Just face the facts because it's over, fool. This shit's more one-sided than Mayweather versus Logan Paul. Time.
Yeah, Sean Cray. Just watched FORMI versus Max Sherry. Thought they were like quite evenly matched, bit of a similar styles really, both kind of multi-heavy, not so many punchlines, there wasn't too many quotables, but yeah, it was quite funny, entertaining. Yeah, but it was a bit cheesy, turning around at the start of your rounds and jumping into the camera and all that kind of stuff. I did weirdly watch Mac's first round and did sort of think Tommy Robinson for some reason, and then he got mentioned. But yeah, sometimes they weren't leaving like the multis alone. I don't know if they were just off the rhyme pad, kind of just got thrown in there, like, you know, smoking salami, blowing a raspberry. Don't know if it needed to go in there, to be honest. But yeah, pretty even. I probably just gave it to Max Sherry just on his structure. Some of his rhymes were just like a bit more precise, but like I say, there wasn't too many quotables. Even battle Max Sherry, I'm giving that.
Yo, what's good, people? FORMI versus Max Sherry. For some reason, people either starting around like this, or Max Sherry just kept starting around like that, not realising that the camera's behind him and he just thought he would stare at the wardrobe. But anyway, yeah, I owe Max Sherry a bit of an apology. I said that his first round wasn't that... my dog's barking. And it wasn't that great, and then I rewatched it back after seeing he went through and actually thought his first round wasn't that bad. So with that being said, first round, it must be like an occurring thing because I watched his battle the first time and I thought that FORMI got the first round, and then I watched it again for a second time and now Max Sherry got the first round. FORMI's round wasn't for me. Anyway, Max Sherry just had flames, you know. He called him a silly sausage. He said he smoked salami, so flames. He said that he sucks more than a leech inside a Hoover. Max Sherry, don't ever do that again, okay? But yeah, first round goes to Max Sherry. Second round FORMI again, just kind of like, you know, like at the end he did a scheme but was long-winded about him being a barman or something, and they just used weird, strange multis just to make it work, and it didn't work in the end. So it was a bit, didn't really pay off. And then Max Sherry's second round was quite good, and he mentioned me as well, which made me chuckle. But if you mention me again, I will disqualify you, Max Sherry. But yeah, it was a good battle, so I'm going to give that one 2-0 to Max Sherry. So yeah, peace.
Yeah, so FORMI versus Max Sherry, that was a sick battle. Right, so I think FORMI's first round, I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I just feel like the material in it, I didn't really hear too many punches. He was making a few good points, but like with me, I do like to hear at least metaphorical shit if it's, you know, if you're going to drop something that isn't some massive punchline, and I just feel like it was a bit plain. Whilst then obviously you get Mac that comes in, my man comes in swinging, you get me, multi's on point, my man's at his throat, you know, just ripping him up. I think the first round was hard, and then I think FORMI comes back in his second, yeah, and impresses me with that one, because you can see, I think, like, you know what I mean, like Mac touched a nerve or something, so my man's multis went up, his, you know, the fucking Tommy Robinson, Shop at Morrison's thing was jokes, you get me, I was cracking at that. and he was making points of Mac obviously taking bars and that, you get me? So I'm thinking, shit, this is going to be a close one. And then all of a sudden Mac comes back in his second round, and I just feel like that was still maybe better than FORMI. So yeah, overall I give it to Mac, you get me?
Alright, yo, what's good? Just got done watching Max Sherry versus FORMI. Now, this is my first time seeing FORMI, and I've got to say, he definitely impressed me. Like, his writing was up there. He had a lot of punchlines and a lot of dope flows. But I think Max Sherry was just like a little bit more polished, you know what I mean? It was probably like an experience thing. But I'm going to go with Max Sherry for that one. Like, he had me busting up throughout. He had like a lot of dope lines in that, so gotta go with Max Sherry. Big up.
Yo, I just watched Max Sherry versus FORMI. Sick. I'm gonna give it to Max Sherry, man. This one was close. I'm gonna say edging, but I'm just edging to Max Sherry, but that would be a bit gay. But yeah, I'm gonna say Max Sherry. Although that dying arseholes bar sounds a lot like what I said on that song that I just released with Shotty, Ora and Tony D, which everyone should go check. I'm sure he's not biting though, just shite minds think alike. Big up Max Sherry.